Hey guys, I just finished making my pretty awesome destination selector. So this is what it does. Click a button. This, by the way, this part, that's just the display of it. I'm showing off an actual destination selector. So I'm naming this the PSS, PearSquirrel's selector. And yeah, so this is the wiring for it. It uses pistons. Technically, the destination selector is just from this piston down and right. So nothing above this, none of this part is actually involved in the wiring of selecting your track. I'll start with digging out. This is where I want my buttons to be, right here. I want 3 of them, so I put down 3 redstone. I dig down 2, then 1, then 2, then 3. So it should look like this. I'll put down repeaters going into this block, and then I'll put torches down here and up here. After that, cover those up, cover these up, and put repeaters up there. Next, put torches above these torches, jump down, and put pistons right there. Jump out of the hole, put blocks on it, and get out of there. And that's it. That's all of it. So just put down your buttons and test it out. So we can look back here, or just to make it easier for you guys to see, the torch that is off is what I selected. So there's no lag in between actually selecting them, which is very good. I've seen quite a few where they actually set these on like 4, and I don't know, I don't see why we'd want to do that. So yeah, this is the full destination selector. The outputs are coming from these blocks that are down, so like I just put repeaters here. Or if it's only going to be 3 destinations, I would advise you not even using a repeater and just putting the outputs here. Let's just hook up the redstone torch destination display. So I'll just put the output right here instead of using these ones. These are the same thing. Bring the signal up, then bring it forward, and invert it as the display. And as you can see, it all works great. Now with mine, since everything is just, the extent of it is just 1 block above ground, you can do some pretty interesting things. So I'm not going to show you all of them, obviously, but I'll show you a few. So, alright, maybe just another. So this time I'm going to invert the output from this one, and then I'm going to invert that another time. Okay. Then I'm just going to put pistons here. I think I might have done that wrong. Yeah, I'm going to raise this one more, so I'm going to put blocks on top of it, and then put my pistons down. And And so then you're left with this. I'm going to be putting my signs on these blocks right here, indented one, and then I'm going to put some glowstone right behind it. I'm probably going to cover that part up too. So that's what I get now. It's pretty cool. So then I can just cover up, I can frame it like this. And you have a really awesome destination selector. It's just like this one. And obviously you can go and put down some signs here. So like destination A, destination B, and destination C. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to, or why this works. This is all the basic concept, so I'm going to stretch it out right here. So you have multiple buttons, they're in an array, so they're all hooked up to each other. And it uses an RS NOR latch to, or multiple RS NOR latches to get the output you want. So first of all, this is the RS NOR latch right here. It's this torch, and all of the signal in between. So the way that works is this torch here, the bottom one, is powering the top one, and then in turn the top one is going down and powering the bottom one. And so that's an RS NOR latch. The main problem people face is getting the signal downwards, and that's why it leads to things like this, where you need multiple slices of it, different designs that you alternate. So there's that. Then there's the output, which comes from this top torch, and this reset line just goes and powers the bottom torch. So basically what happens is when you click a button, the all of the RS NOR latches are reset, and then a moment after, the button, the array that the RS NOR latch that belongs to the button you pressed is set. So that means you have 3 torches, and let's say the right one is selected. And then when you click the middle button, it takes that one and technically all of the others that are already off, takes those and resets them so they're all off, and then it puts down your torch. So if I click this button, they all go off, and I click this, same thing. In this case, I would need to invert the output, just like all of them. So if you wanted to display it, you can just do this. Of course, these won't be really used because you can only have 2 of them with the way this is set up. So then the next design, I just compacted the reset line. So now every redstone piece has its own repeater which resets it. It doesn't have the It doesn't have the redstone that wraps around. So that makes it smaller, and it makes it more tileable. However, it still needs this, so you can't really do much with that. It just makes the buttons able to be next to each other. And at this point, you can notice something that you're going to notice more. This 3x3 block never changes between these destination selector designs, and that's because this is as compact as it can get. Basically, every single block here is used, and it's used well. And then from that, you have inputs going in there, and this time it's repeaters. So technically, you could have more repeaters on other sides. Eventually, you can't put two redstone lines next to each other, but you can put two repeaters together. So that's just one more thing that doesn't need to be alternated, really. That the next design is one that actually works. However, since the getting the current down right next to each other without the redstone linking is a tough thing to do. So what happened is they take the redstone current from this one, bring it down, and then the redstone here goes down to this block, which powers the repeater and goes back to reset or to set the RS NOR latch. Then this one, it can't do the same thing, so it doesn't even need that torch there, and instead it brings the signal down to this torch. Those two do the same thing, only this one's located in a different spot, and that just goes down and powers it straight to the RS NOR latch. Obviously the outputs go here, and if you can notice, because of this design, because it's so scrunched up together, it actually makes this one longer than it needs to be. I'm fairly certain this is the smallest you can get with a redstone only design, but if you're willing to use sticky pistons, this one is definitely the way to go. So if you're going to be using my PSS thing, it's the same 3x3 block, and here, instead of taking the redstone current down in this convoluted way, I'm using pistons. And pistons, unlike redstone, you can have them next to each other without, when you power one of them, it doesn't just power the next one. So that's a lot different from redstone. If I wanted two lines here, I can't just put two lines. That doesn't work. And so that's why you notice the only redstone used in this design is actually here. And that's for a reason. That's because you don't want anything, that's the only part that connects these buttons together. You don't want anything else to be connected. It all should be separate from each other. So yeah, it powers the piston, and when this piston is powered, there's a block here which carries the redstone signal from this torch through the block, and it resets it. So that in turn, that basically means when this is powered, this is powered, this is powered, and then that's powered. So it's kind of indirectly going straight from this to this. And then here's the output. You can just go there. There are also two outputs here and here, but you can only use those on the ends, obviously. So yeah, that's what goes into making a destination selector. It's just it's just an array of RS NOR latches. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I recently came up with a pretty cool arrival design, so look forward to seeing that. And thanks for watching.